Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for a journey through the Marvel Cinematic Universe that didn't quite soar to the heights of superhero greatness. As we embark on this countdown, prepare to revisit the top 10 worst MCU movies, where even the mightiest of heroes couldn't rescue these films from critical scrutiny. From lackluster plots to underwhelming villains, each of these movies left audiences questioning whether they truly belonged in the illustrious Marvel lineup. As we delve into the depths of this cinematic collection, be ready for the missteps, the misfires, and the moments that had us all scratching our heads wondering, what were they thinking? So, grab your shield, sling your web, or suit up as we revisit the not-so-marvelous moments that remind us even Earth's mightiest heroes can stumble. Welcome to the MCU's Bottom 10. Number 33. Eternals. The grandiosity of the Eternals story and the vast array of characters felt cramped within the confines of a cinematic release. The depth and complexity of their narrative would have thrived in a Disney Plus series, allowing for a more nuanced exploration of each character and their interconnected stories. A movie format simply didn't do justice to the expansive lore of the Eternals. Eternals struggles to find its place within the larger MCU tapestry. While the franchise has seamlessly woven standalone stories into a cohesive universe, Eternals feels like a cosmic misfit. Its cosmic and mythical themes seem disconnected from the relatable stories that have defined the MCU thus far, leaving audiences like myself questioning its relevance to the overarching narrative. While the cast was star-studded, it failed to shine collectively. The characters lacked the magnetic charisma and chemistry that we have come to expect from MCU heroes. Eternals represents a bold departure from the established MCU formula, and while it has its merits, the deviation from the familiar tone and style may contribute to the feeling that it doesn't quite fit within the larger Marvel Cinematic Universe. Number 32. The Incredible Hulk. Often regarded as the overlooked chapter in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Released in the early stages of the MCU, it struggles to align with the established tone and style that have become synonymous with Marvel's superhero storytelling. The casting change from Edward Norton to Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner Hulk adds to the disjointed feel. While Ruffalo has since become a fan favorite for his portrayal of the character, the abrupt switch in actors disrupts the seamless continuity that the MCU has otherwise masterfully maintained. In the end, while it may have its merits as a standalone superhero film, The Incredible Hulk falls short of capturing the spirit and cohesion that define the MCU. It remains a curious outlier, a gamma-radiated misfit in a universe known for its seamless blend of action, humor, and interconnected storytelling. Number 31. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, the much-anticipated continuation of Scott Lang's adventures, disappoints on multiple fronts. A primary letdown is the mishandling of Kang the Conqueror, a character initially heralded as a formidable force in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Kang's introduction hints at a villain of immense power and consequence, raising expectations for an epic clash. However, as the storyline unfolds, Kang's potency is inexplicably downplayed, robbing the narrative of the intense confrontation fans like myself were eagerly awaiting. Adding to the film's shortcomings is the portrayal of Janet Van Dyne, the original Wasp. Despite her seasoned experience and wisdom acquired in the quantum realm, certain decisions she makes in Ant-Man 3 appear perplexing and, at times, out of character. It's a departure from the established intelligence of her persona, creating moments that undermine her established capabilities. Rather than a triumphant stride, this entry in the Marvel saga feels more like an unfortunate stumble. Number 30. Iron Man 2, a film that attempted to soar on the success of its predecessor, unfortunately crashes and burns as a lackluster entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. One of its major downfalls lies in its preoccupation with setting up the broader MCU narrative, rather than focusing on the compelling character development and storytelling that made the first Iron Man film a hit. Iron Man too often feels more like a commercial for the expanding MCU. The narrative is burdened with the task of laying groundwork for future Marvel films, introducing characters and plot lines that detract from the movie's own coherence and impact. Iron Man 2 struggles to find its own identity amid the ambitious task of being a cog in the larger MCU machine. The relentless focus on being a stepping stone for future films, rather than a compelling standalone story, leaves this installment feeling more like a missed opportunity than a worthy addition to the Marvel saga. Number 29. The Marvels. The Marvels brought me into the theater hoping for another stellar MCU experience, but it stumbled in a few significant ways. The cat scene left me more distracted than amused. Similarly, the musical scene disrupted the pacing, becoming an awkward addition that pulled me out of the storyline instead of enhancing the experience. However, it's not all doom and gloom. The positive takeaway were Miss Marvel and the chemistry between the three leads. The dynamic among the characters brought a refreshing energy to the film, injecting life into the narrative. Miss Marvel's inclusion in particular felt like a promising glimpse into the expanding Marvel universe. While the Marvels stumbled in certain areas, the silver lining lies in the captivating presence of Miss Marvel and the chemistry shared among the trio, providing a glimmer of hope for the future of the MCU. Number 28, Thor: Love and Thunder. A film with the god of thunder at its helm left me thunderstruck for all the wrong reasons. The abundance of unfunny comedy felt more like a Saturday Night Live skit gone awry than a Marvel blockbuster. Thor's transformation into a comedic figure worked well in previous films, but in Love and Thunder, it seemed forced and overplayed. The relentless attempts at humor left the character feeling more like a caricature of himself than the powerful and regal god we've come to know. The film appeared to sacrifice substance for laughs, making it feel like a missed opportunity to explore the character's depth. While humor has been a staple of the MCU, Thor: Love and Thunder seemed to take it to an extreme, turning what could have been a majestic and impactful story into a series of punchlines. The film, instead of striking a balance, felt like a parody of the superhero genre, leaving me wishing for more substance and a little less thunderous laughter. Number 27, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Despite the film's microscopic ambitions, it left me feeling macro-disappointed. A particular sore point was Walter Goggins' portrayal of Sonny Birch, which felt like a character straight out of a Saturday morning cartoon, rather than the typically nuanced antagonists we encounter in the MCU. While the film maintains its humor, the jokes sometimes come across as forced, relying on familiar comedic beats that don't always land. The chemistry between characters, a highlight in the first Ant-Man film, doesn't quite shine as brightly this time around. It's as if the sequel struggles to recapture the magic that made the original a success. In the end, Ant-Man and the Wasp doesn't measure up to the standard set by its MCU predecessors. It lacks the narrative weight and impact that fans have come to expect, making it a forgettable entry in the expansive Marvel universe. Number 26, Thor: The Dark World. Often labeled as one of the worst entries in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. While it may not be a standout blockbuster, the film embraces a darker and more complex atmosphere, offering a departure from the typical superhero fare. The darker tone of The Dark World allows for a deeper exploration of the cosmic and mystical elements of the Marvel Universe. It delves into the consequences of wielding immense power and the challenges faced by Asgard in maintaining cosmic balance. This tonal shift, while not universally appreciated, adds a layer of complexity that distinguishes it from other, more lighthearted MCU films. It may not be everyone's cup of tea, but for those who appreciate a departure from the standard superhero formula like myself, Thor: The Dark World stands as a decent entry in the MCU, showcasing a willingness to experiment with tone and genre. Number 25, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Despite facing the challenge of following its beloved predecessor, earns its stripes as a decent MCU movie. First and foremost, the soundtrack is a shining gem. The nostalgic music resonates with viewers, creating a symphony of familiarity that adds an extra layer of enjoyment to the cosmic adventure. While the movie may be faulted for its predictability, with a major reveal that could be seen coming from light years away, it doesn't completely overshadow the heartfelt moments. The emotional depth in the relationship between Yondu and Peter Quill adds a touching layer to the storyline. In the end, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 may not be the groundbreaking sequel some hoped for, but its killer soundtrack, moments of genuine emotion, and the dynamic between Yondu and Peter make it a decent entry in the MCU. It manages to balance the cosmic spectacle with heartfelt storytelling, ensuring that the Guardians' cosmic journey remains a captivating one. Number 24, Iron Man 3. This film takes us on a journey through Tony Stark's character in a way that's both compelling and human. Tony's personal struggle with anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder adds a layer of vulnerability to the iconic superhero, making him more relatable than ever. His evolution from the self-assured genius to a man grappling with his own vulnerabilities is a captivating aspect of the film. The first half of Iron Man 3 is nothing short of excellent. However, the film takes a polarizing turn with a twist that, for many, undermines the tone established in the first half. The unexpected revelation diminishes the impact of the storyline, leaving some viewers like myself disappointed. Despite the twist, the film still stands as a decent entry in the MCU. Tony Stark's character journey is a compelling exploration of the man beneath the armor, and the first half's excellence cannot be denied.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.